What a doozy boy crew. We're here with another live stream today, guys. We're discussing another Chelsea game, the first preseason game of the America Tour. We're going to be discussing transfers. A lot of transfer talk to discuss today. Obviously, we had the game, so a lot of the focus was gone off it, but there is still a lot of news. There are some breaking exclusive news regarding Kimpembe, Bakayoko, and more. So let's roll the intro and then let's get into today's stream. Let's go.
We fucking got him.
And we're back, guys, here with another live stream. We're going to be discussing Chelsea today. If you guys have just joined, do make sure to smash that like button if you are new. Subscribe as well. Send a comment in the comments, and I will definitely read it out for you. Let me know your thoughts on the game, the transfers, any questions. Put them in the chat. But let's get into today's stream, guys. It's a massive stream to discuss. If you haven't already noticed, Chelsea have won 2-1 against Club America in the first friendly in Las Vegas. So it's a great win and great start. So let's dive into the facts here, guys. I want to dive into the facts straight away. Right. There's no, as I said, I'll probably be here for about half an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. Depends how much we go through, how quickly. But yeah, so 2-1. Chelsea won at Club America. The goals: Werner 55th minute, Mount 83rd, and then Reece James own goal at the 60th minute. So all our attacking and I guess all the goals were done in the second half. Nothing done in the first half. So the first half was kind of a snooze. Hang on. And then we kind of went out the second half. Now, in terms of performance, I didn't get to fully watch the full game sit down. I was in and out, can't watch replays, pause, blah, blah, blah. I was all over the place today, so I didn't get time to fully watch the full 90. But what I saw from the first half, which I watched pretty much the most of, it's interesting. It's interesting seeing a lot of the loanies back. It's interesting seeing example Chilwell back on the pitch again. It's interesting seeing a lot of players back, and it's good. Interesting. It's not bad. Interesting. It's not. It's good. It's very good to see everyone kind of slowly coming back. Now there wasn't Kante in this game. There wasn't obviously Sterling, Koulibaly. They weren't in that game, but we had majority. It was Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek wasn't in there either because they both played a friendly the other day against Woodford. It was closed doors, and the under 21s like the likes of Colwell and all those guys played there. So this was more for the seniors. All the senior guys played in this one, and maybe a couple like as I said, Kante and Loftus filled the spots in the under 21. So majority of the team was here, and it was good. So let's see the lineup. Obviously, the lineup we started with Azpilicueta, the goat Ingles. Now, I don't know what they're doing here. Obviously, Hudson-Odoi did not play. In Hudson-Odoi did not play in a what's it called, back five. So it was hard to kind of guess what we were playing, but I wasn't focused on the positioning really. But I assumed we played a 3, Hudson on the wing, Chilwell on the wing, Gallagher Barkley in the middle, 3 up front. I'm guessing we played a 3-4-3. It's usual, nothing out of the ordinary, just different players in the position. So, again, we'll start from the back. Azpilicueta, clean sheet, great save. He did there. When I was watching one of someone's live, like a watch along, when Reece James conceded that goal, people were blaming Kepa, and then they realized Kepa wasn't in the goals, and then everyone stopped. It was actually Bettinelli in the goals, and I thought it was Kepa as well. I thought, oh no, here we go. But it was actually Bettinelli in goals, and I really thought it was Kepa for like the 5-10 minutes, and I rewatched the replay, and I go, hang on, that's Bettinelli, that's not Kepa. So it was quite interesting, own goal. But we'll get into that. So Kepa Nothing really to point out. He was solid. Nothing he had to, nothing spectacular. As I said, he needs these games because again, like he didn't make any mistakes. He was simple. He was composed. He didn't overreact. He did his job. He didn't concede a goal. And he played out from the back very well. Do they have the stats in this one? I don't know if they have the stats. No, they don't have the stats. They don't take down stats on friendlies. But again, solid game. He done his job. He can go home. Nothing to put his head down against. We'll just start from the whole back line. I won't discuss individually. Sa, I mean, I don't even know what to say about these guys. Again, they were all good. This first half team, it was hard to transition to a goal. Like we had a couple of shots here and there, but it was just a bit difficult. But I want to talk about Gallagher because I think here are the stats. I'll talk about Gallagher because I think Gallagher did quite well. I think he did very well. I was a bit better than expecting. I was, also playing in a double pivot. I was expecting him not to really shine, but he did all right. Kennedy as well, playing on the wing or as inside forward, I guess, was different. And I'm people kind of coming and goes, oh, why is Tuchel doing this? But guys, Tuchel's doing this as a test run. He's testing if Kennedy can play in a running role. That's what he's testing. He's still trying to fit Hudson-Odoi to see if he can be a backup wingback because maybe we don't get Klaus or he maybe uses him as a wingback so we don't need to get Klaus and he stays. So there's a lot of factors going into this and it's great we're using like these players all around the pitch. We're not like limiting ourselves to just their position. We're going all over the pitch. We're putting, as I said, Hudson-Odoi on the wing back. We're putting, Kennedy on the wing, Barkley next to Gallagher. Like everyone's in different positions, so we can fit a system and see how the players fit in that position. Now, we come second half. Obviously, all these guys came on. This was bit more of our first team on this end. Here with like some Barkley, Kennedy, Odoi. These weren't really our first team players. But we, subbing on Mishi, Timo, Pulisic, Ampadu, Jorginho, Alonso, Mount, James, Aspi, Emerson, and Bettinelli. So come on in the second half. Oh, we got Fahim here. Big up to Fahim. Didn't see the chat. Fahim, hope you're well, man. Long time I haven't noticed any of your streams lately. I've just seen your shorts. Let me know if you're still going live. Big up to you. Hope you are well. Let me know your thoughts on the game. How do you feel it? Is this guy number 200? Number 200? Surely that's not right. Oh my god, it is. His number was 200. What the hell? We'll talk on the Werner goal. This thing on Werner's back, redemption season, it's not happening. If you guys watch the goal, which everyone should have watched the goal, shows how shit he is, man. He had one shot, saved, then he had to get it lucky he rebounded and he got the second shot. It wasn't a good goal. It was a great pass by Jorginho to open up the attack. Again, people say Jorginho doesn't create. Jorginho gave it to James. James got a fantastic crossing on the floor. Timo Werner shot the ball. Keeper saved it, and then luckily he got a foot to it again. Was not a great goal. Something not to be proud of, Mr. Werner. And I think this is going to be the downfall of Timo Werner. He has to leave as soon as we get an offer for him. These preseason games, like we've got preseason games for the likes of Gallagher to prove they're in the team. We've got players like, again, maybe Sa to prove that they're in the team. And we've got players like Werner who are playing to get scouted from other teams. Like Kennedy, Barkley. These players are all on the pitch to try and get scouted from other teams. Werner, unfortunately, is finished. He's had 3 seasons nearly, and he hasn't shown it. He's been decent. He's been average, below average. You can say what it is, but he wasn't up to standard. He wasn't up to where we signed him for. So, for me, the first signing in the attack that needs to go, even before Ziyech, but looking like Ziyech leaves first, is Timo Werner. That goal he scored, as I said, guys, he was lucky to get a second shot at it. Very lucky to get a second shot. Should have put it in the first time. Strikers like this, their job is to finish first time. He luckily got a second shot. Luckily. Fahim says the first half was dead, not gonna lie, second half looked better. Yeah, I think because second half we brought more attacking minded players on. Like, we had the likes of Odoi wing back, Kennedy in the wing, Ziyech in a 3-4-3, Gallagher, Barkley pivot. It was a bit different. I think he was testing some stuff, but second half looked a bit more better because we had a bit more experienced players on. We got Liam in here. Big up to Liam. Hope you are well, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Let me know your thoughts on the game as well. Did you enjoy the game? Who were you watching 24/7 and all that? But we got 8 people in here, guys. I want everyone right now. Stop what you're doing. Smash the like button. Let's get to 10 likes right now. Share the stream if you haven't. Subscribe if you're new. All the good stuff. Next goal. It was Mount. Great goal for Mount. Great goal for Mount. Not taking away anything from Mount. It was a great goal he scored. Coming in the future, I would personally like Mount to play as an 8. I prefer him as an 8 than in a 3-4-3. If we were to sign a Rafinha and Sterling, then Mount would have not got into the front 3 as a starter. But looking like it, we're not going to sign him. So Mount will be again forced to play in the front 3. Is that a better position for him? Personally, no, but I think he still does well in that. He's great versatility. People say he's not a he can play in the forward position. He can't play wing, but he can play as an inside forward. If you really watch the game, you see kind of Havertz up front, Mount on the right, but Mount kind of dips in more in the middle, while you got on the left-hand side someone who drags out wide. So bringing in Sterling, we would see a Sterling on the left wing who would use his pace and will use the width, the edge of the box and everything like that. He'll drag him out. Or Mount will play more, in the mid, more center, and kind of cut it in a bit more. So they've both got different roles, but Mount, great goal, great shot. I think he went for a shot, realized it was a bit unbalanced, took on a player, took a shot, went in, great goal. We need to see him a lot more of that in the Premier League this season from him, because last season when it came for big games, he wasn't the best top player to have. Maybe it's a confidence thing. I don't know. He just didn't really take a lot of those shots in some of the big games. But we will see where Mount comes in the coming weeks. If you play more games, or where he would play. I really want to test the back 4. I think with Koulibaly maybe coming in, we can test it. With a Jorginho and then maybe Cover. Was Cover even in this game? I don't think he was he? He wasn't. He wasn't here. Not sure what Kovacic was, but all in all, Mount, great goal. Reece James own goal. I mean, watching the highlight of the goal. If you watch the highlight of the goal, I wouldn't blame fully Reece James. Jorginho had the ball. Azpilicueta stole the ball off him. Kind of tried to dribble more essentially, got stuck out. Mount took it. Mount passed it back to James, where I think he should have kind of gone more wide to clear it. Passed it back to James. James took the force it back to Bettinelli. Bettinelli was on the center post. He didn't have the legs to get to it. He was static. He wasn't on his toes, and it went in. People go, who to blame here, blah blah blah. It's everyone's fault. It comes from Aspie stealing the ball off Jorginho, to the Mount passing it back when he should have gone forward, to then James maybe looking up to see where Bettinelli was before passing it to him, because it was a bad pass. And then you could say Bettinelli because he wasn't on his toes. So, it's nothing to be, looked at, blah, blah, blah. It's nothing. But what I will say from this is maybe you can look at Aspie and go, is this does he want to play against us? I think Aspie, it's time for him to leave. I think he's had his career with us. No disrespect to the player, but I think he's aging. He's not as well as he would be, and we're going towards a different positioning. We're bringing the likes of Kounde, bringing the likes of Kimpembe, hopefully. So I see him having room in a back 3 on the right hand side if we do play it. We got FaZe here. Big up to FaZe. Hope you're well, man. We've got 11 people in here, guys. I want everyone right now liking the stream right now. Like if you're new, subscribe. Thoughts, guys. I want everyone's thoughts and feelings on the game against Club America before we get to transfer news. I want everyone's thoughts, I want everyone's feelings. Who was the man of the match? Who was the worst player? This and that. Where do you see some of these players in the coming weeks? So, big discussion, you guys. I want everyone to get involved. But yeah, again, just quickly on that last goal. Aspie, I think the best thing for him to do is possibly leave. I think Todd or Tuchel, one of them, wants him out to bring replacements in. They don't want Alonso either. They kind of want him out as well. So we will see in the coming weeks if we do sign a Klaus or if we sign someone, because I think Klaus should be an easy fix. Like Klaus should be done dusted, no problem, because it maybe looks like we're keeping Emerson now that we're not getting Ake. But I don't know what will happen on the left side if Emerson stays, if Alonso maybe stays. But at the moment, it looks like Emerson is staying. It looks like he ain't going anywhere. Alonso and Aspi, we'll see in the coming weeks. I'm not sure how Barca can, I don't know, do they have the funds to sign both of them? Like they've just signed Lewandowski. They signed Christina, they've signed Kessie, Rafinha. Can he do that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Barcelona's in that weird situation. Barcelona's a situation that we generally have no clue. Like we have no clue like what's going on. They're just that fucked. If Alonso leaves, will Emerson play left wing back? That's the thing. That's the question. Will he? He used to play left back. I remember Champions League final, or not final, but Champions League season. He was playing left back, but he did play left wing back. I swear. I don't know if he can play. I think he played for Leon. Did he play for Leon? Because I always used to know him as a left back. I never knew he could play left wing back. Let's just have a look. Jeez, they've been playing a lot of friendlies. Emerson, did Emerson even start for them? Was he injured? What happened? Yeah, so yeah, he did. He played it for Leon a whole season at Leon. So he played 29 matches. He scored 1 goal as a left wing back at Leon, which is not the worst. He played left centre back again. Emerson played left wing back. I've got it. Let me pop it up here. Just a result from a game against Vortex in December. He played left wing back here. If we say maybe Mez again, does he play it? Yeah. So he plays it on and off, I guess. I mean, he played all 20 games under it, so it wouldn't be the worst backup. If he could, all he needs to do for me, as these backups, these rotational players, Emerson, even Klaus, these guys just need to know how to play the position, because I really think he can develop as a better player under Tuchel. They just need to know how to play the position. Tuchel's sick or I don't know something. Sweet, Emerson comes in for 3-4 games. We need Tuchel rest. Emerson can play. Like we just need players who know how to play the game. We don't want people developing. We don't want to create new stars. We don't want to blah blah blah. We just need players who know how to play the position. No one special. No one we need to splash money on. Just someone simple, knows how to play the position, knows how to play football, and does well. That's it. No one to develop. None of this kissing the badge. Just come and play in the position. That's it. Oh, he played left. Yeah. In today's game, I'm guessing because who played left wing back then? Because Aspi played in a weird one. Aspi played wing back, or did he play? I don't know. As I said, I was on and off. I wasn't watching positioning. I was watching how everyone was playing. But one player I want to talk about, Ampadu. I was really watching Ampadu this game because that's the main focus I was on. And guys, we've got 15 people in here. I want everyone right now smashing the likes right now. Stop what you're doing. Smash the likes. Subscribe if you're new. We're 2 or 400. Whoever's the 400th subscriber, do send a message in the chat. How many are we off? We're at 400. So who was at 400th? Make sure to comment. But Ampadu. I want to talk about him. My eyes were always on Ampadu because, as I said, I don't think he's, at Venezia during the season, he didn't have a good season, But looking at him, as I said, let's just look at his age. I think he's 21. Yeah, he's still young. And I always said, there's room for development with Ampadu. His loan spells hasn't been the biggest success, but he's had a loan spell. And I was really watching this game, and I think he could do very well with Jorginho. Very well with Jorginho. He's a player, he's a 6. He's a centre back, but as someone who can push up a bit. He plays very well in possession plays games. He's like a Jorginho. He doesn't get scared if he's getting pressure on. He doesn't fumble. He doesn't, make silly mistakes. When there's possession, he plays very well in it. And I've said previously, if anyone stays from our youth, Ampadu would be the most likely to stay. He will. Ampadu will be the most likely player to stay. Not because he's better than a lot of these players. He'll stay over Gallagher. He'll stay over all these players. Not because he's better than them, but because his positioning fits our system. We need a backup wing. We need a backup as a CDM. He fits that role. We need a backup centre back. He fits that role. He's versatile. Tuchel likes versatile players. So if we look at it, we look at all the facts, we look at all everything, he will definitely stay. And I think he will be the first one to stay. I think he'll be the first Chelsea youngster to stay. Because we need his positioning. We need the way he plays. He played very well with Jorginho. I think those had a great game. Again, Jorginho had a great game as well. Jorginho, created that chance for Werner. Again, Ampadu, we'll just see coming days. As I said, pre-season dictates how Tuchel will use you in the coming season. Gallagher proving himself today will show, okay, he's going to come in the season. He's going to come in the first team. And people like Batshuayi and Werner need to just leave. Need to leave. I don't know. Batshuayi, but we'll get into transfer news in a sec. I don't want to kind of leak anything because we do have some exclusive news. Ampadu looked good, to be honest. I'd keep him. Yeah, and I don't think I don't know. If there's a loan, I would send him out. Yeah, but again, he can be highly used in our positioning. We can really use an Ampadu this season. We can use that player who can play as a CDM and a centre back. We need to fill up these spots. Obviously, with players coming in, let's assume Kounde, Kimpembe come in, right? Our midfield is still our midfield's probably going to be one of the spot that we're lacking. We're lacking more and experienced midfields for the future. We've got the Jorginho now. We've got the Conte now. We've got these players for now. But coming in 1 or 2 seasons, do these players start? I don't know. Jorginho, as I said, if this guy, hopefully his injury goes away because he's had a back injury, number one, which was playing, as everyone knows, on painkillers last season. I don't think he can play a full season. I think he can play probably 80% of it, but he can definitely not play a full season if he still continues that injury. So Ampadu will need to come in and replace his position when it is needed. And I think Ampadu would be the best job because we need a defensive midfielder. We're not going to go by Rice, or we didn't go by Bissouma, Kamara, Tuchel. We didn't go by these players, so we have to use what we have. I'm glad we're not buying Rice. It's better. These same problem sexuals want to develop our youth, but when it comes to some, they don't want to buy a Kimpembe because it stops Colwell's development, but they'll go buy Rice to stop our midfield's development. Come on, guys. Problem sexuals, man, they're just too much. Big up to Noah, mate. How are you, Noah? I appreciate you joining today. If you're new, just smash that subscribe button, guys. I want everyone right now, guys. Stop what you're doing, guys. Stop. Stop what you're doing. Like the stream right now. Let's get to 15 likes easily. We've got 20 people in here. And let me know everyone's thoughts on the games, guys. Let me know everyone's thoughts on the games. Want everyone's thoughts and feelings. Kepa Arrizabalaga goals. The GOAT's back. The GOAT's staying. He ain't leaving. And that's what we want to hear. So hopefully in the coming games, Ampadu can continue this great form. And I wouldn't mind that. Like, as I said, the same thing with Broja. I would rather have a Broja and an Ampadu in our team rather than a Colwell. Why? Because they fit our style. They fit what we need. They fit our needs, not our wants. I don't want a Colwell in our team right now. I think he still needs development. But if we need him, I'll use him. That's what our academy should be for. We should be developing them when it's needed, and then bring them back if we're forced to. Like Chalobah, we got rid of Zuma. Consequences of that. All right, let's bring Chalobah. Thankfully, he did all right. So as I would bring Broja as probably a backup for Havertz, and I would bring Ampadu as a backup for Jorginho. But why would I bring Colwell when he'll be the 6th or 7th centre back? Because I said if we get Kounde Koulibaly, then it'll be Kounde Koulibaly. Sorry, I'm so lost with these names. Too many Ks. If we get a Kounde, we've got Koulibaly, and we get Kimpembe on the left, then on the left it'll be Sal Colwell, then it'll be Thiago Silva in the middle, and then it'll be Chalobah on the right. So would he develop being the 6th defender? No. I think he would develop somewhere else. Remember, he's only 19. There's no rush in this kid. Let him develop. Let him come back to where then he be 21. 20, I don't know how old, and then he'll, join the starting team. I'm going to read it by myself so that people at the back of the class heard what I said. I would rather keep this season Ampadu and a broja because it fits our needs, not our wants. Our needs are to fill in the gaps. We need to fill in Ampadu, brings positioning for our CDM centre back. Broja, our only striker is Havertz. We need to back up to that. And I think Broja, I would rather Broja than Batshuayi. So that's what our academy is for. If I'm gonna say it again, if we don't use our academy in our team, then they go on loan. But if we need them in our team, we would bring them in, not because we want them, but because we need them. If they stand out, like, to the exception to the rule, like they play like a Messi in the championship, of course we'll bring them back. But none of our academies have really standed out. Maybe we could say Gallagher. I think Gallagher did very well last season, very very well actually. But none of our academy stood out to the point where they automatically get a first team start. None of them. So I would rather contribute to our needs and not our wants. Big Nom, I'm very well, thank you. Let me know how you're feeling, how you feel about the games. Facts from Fahim. But yeah, I think that kind of wraps up the game. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. Havertz. I mean, Havertz, guys. I think after this season, I'm not going to say we need to have a discussion, but what are our expectations with Kai Havertz this season? What are our expectations? I want everyone to answer this right now. 30 people in here. Everyone like the video. What are our expectations with Kai Havertz? Because the two previous seasons, he hasn't been really consistent. He's done great. I think he's got a lot of great talent, but I don't see him being consistent this season. I don't know. What are our expectations? My expectation for a player like Havertz, he's what, 23 now, 22, 23. He scored 8 goals. I was gonna say 3. That's not right. 8 goals, 3 assists, which isn't the worst. It's not the worst. But when did he score those goals? In and out. They weren't consistent. I want Havertz to score at least 15 goals, but it's very consistent. 15 goals, but he still has a great match. We need consistency in our team. I think a lot of people, again, like, these aren't the worst stats. These are not the worst stats. 92 games, 23 goals. It's not the worst for a youngster. But we need to see more. We need to see more in the coming years. And I'm really, really hoping he can push it this season, because we all want Havertz to succeed. Because we know he has talent. That's why we bought him for that price. Gallagher's the same age, isn't he? Gallagher's 22, he's a year younger. We got Bobby in the house. Bobby says no expectations on Havertz. He's still under development and has been improving. But Bobby, if that's the case, if he's still developing, I don't know, man. He's 23. He's had 2 seasons. I'm not going to say, oh, you haven't seen him score 50 games, but obviously he's still developing. He's still quite young. But I don't want to give it leeway to the point it's like, oh, he's still young. Let him give him time, give him this, because if he's still developing, do we consider him as a very important player? Because he's a striker. He's going to be our main striker this season, Bobby. I expect him to come and turn up with numbers. I expect him to come in with 15, 14, 13 goals. He needs to get double-digit goals this season with some assists. My only concern, my only expectation from Havertz is to improve from last season, because he needs to improve. There is a lot of improvement in this guy. But when are we going to get that improvement? That's the question. When? We've had 2 seasons. Have we seen a massive improvement? I've seen him do very well, but I haven't seen him jumped. He hasn't leaped. He had that great run. Remember when he was scoring every 6 games? That 6-game run. I want to see that every single game for a whole season. Why can't we see that? Why is it just our Chelsea players? We've had it from Werner, Ziyech, Pulisic, Havertz. They play 3 good games and they never play a good game ever again. Mount's the only consistent one. Obviously Mount has his bad games and all, but Mount's the only semi-consistent player. Everyone else, they play 4 games and then they piss off. And I don't want that next season. I don't want our attack having 4 good games and not playing a good game. I'm not expecting 33 games, 33 100%, 10 out of 10 games, but I'm expecting more than half because we just saw 6, 7 games. We saw 4 games from Werner last season play well. That's it. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Pulisic played 4 good games. Stop, never touched the ball again. Ziyech played 4 good games. Never played again. Havertz played 7 good games. Never played again. I want these players to play 60 to 70% of their games where they go off the pitch and they go, I did very well today. I contributed today. Because there was a lot of times where I can sit here and say Werner went home with his head down because he did not contribute. Pulisic, Ziyech, Havertz, all of them. I just need to see more consistency from these players, especially Havertz. That attempt from Havertz to score was not good. His shooting definitely has to improve, 100%. I mean, is he even a striker? Like, we signed him more as a creator. But again, we signed Werner as a striker and then changed him to a creator, which he didn't even do. So I've always said we still need another attacker in our attacking line. Will we get it this season? I'm not sure. I don't think so. But this is going to be, again, as we said at the start of the season, back in June, we said this is going to be a long build. This build isn't going to happen in one season. We still need to build over continuous of seasons. So I don't probably see us signing an attacker. That's fine. We're not going to get everything in one season. We still need a midfield. My priority is to fill up our defense, and then we can move on to our attack either in January, which I hope, or next August. That's fine. But our priority is probably getting rid of Werner, loaning Adoy, and a lot of other stuff. But he does definitely needs to improve. Ampadu needs to remain in the squad. Clearly, broja needs to remain in the squad along with Gallagher. See, 100% agree. I think a lot of I'm not saying a lot, but some Chelsea fans are now coming to the realization of that we need our loanies, that we use our loanies for our needs and not for our wants. We're using Broja because we need a backup for Havertz. We're using Ampadu for a backup for Jorginho. We're using Gallagher because he proved himself that he did well. That's why we use our youth. There's no point bringing in Colwell, who hasn't proved anything. He might have done great at Nottingham. No, what was he? Where did he play again? Birmingham? I don't remember. Championship. He may have done well there, but it doesn't mean that he instantly comes. If we sell Sa and we get Kimpembe, all right, bring him in because that's what we need. But if we don't need to bring Colwell in, let him develop. There's no rush on the kid. Let him get to 21, like Harvey Vale. These guys want to see Harvey Vale in the squad now. The guy's 18. He's killing it in the youth. Let him keep killing it till he's 19, 20 because I will keep him at Chelsea because I would use him maybe in a Carabao Cup game against Chesterfield. We can bring him in for about 30, 40 minutes. But there's no need to get him in the squad and then not play football. He needs to get to his level, play youth, develop in the youth, and then come in. Same with Cole, same with Harvey Vale. Where was Gilmore? I'm not sure. Oh, he must have played in the game before. A lot of the players, despite Koulibaly and Sterling, played a closed door. Like Kante, Loftus, maybe Gilmore was there. I'm not sure, but a lot of these players played a closed door game. There's a discussion to be had. Batshuayi, is he the ultimate backup striker? I'm not sure about that. Today's game, I'll sit and tell you no. But Batshuayi, he's got the build for a striker. He has the build. He has it there. It's just I think the Premier League's too hard for him. This guy's not a bad player. He killed it in the Turkish league last season. Like he's not a bad player. He's just not fit for the Premier League. If Tuchel picks him as a backup, I'm not going to be complaining because I know Batshuayi has a great build to be a striker. Like I've always admired that he has a great build. He's tall. He's strong. He just needs to use it. He just needs to use his body on the pitch. He just needs to become good. That's the thing in football. You could be bad, but if you got the physique for it, there's always a chance. Like if you're Timo Werner, you got nothing. You got nothing. But if you were Timo Werner who had 10 more kilos on him, I might put him up front. I mean, we could say that with Lukaku, but again, Lukaku was a guy. He had the build, but he didn't use his body. Batshuayi's got that slim, fit body. Lukaku was just fat. But I don't know. I don't know, Bobby. I don't know. I really don't know. At the moment, I want to say no. I would rather a Broja, but I wouldn't mind the idea if Tuchel takes him. I think he's shit in the Premier League, but as I said, if Tuchel uses him and develops him, I'll say this now. I'm not scared of any player coming in right now. If we get a 15-year-old kid from Saudi Arabia and bring him in and put him a striker, I'm not going to be scared because that's how much I trust Tuchel right now. I see Tuchel as developing players to a certain level that they've never reached before. Tuchel is the best coach in the league, like it or not. He may not be the best manager, but he's the best coach in the league. He's the best coach at developing players. Best coach developing players. So I want to know, Batshuayi comes in, does Tuchel change it? Does Tuchel change his style of play that it makes him better? Because he's done that with a lot of our players. Not every single player, but a lot of them. The players who weren't playing bad, who weren't, like, again, Rudiger, Jorginho, Kante first season, you know, Reece developed way better. Chua got way better. Thiago Silva was way more consistent. Like, all these players developed. Kepa turned into a class keeper. You know, a lot of these players under Tuchel do very well. That's why I'm not scared. If Tuchel wants to keep Batshuayi, that's fine by me because I know he has a plan. Like today, people were just, like, oh, why is he putting this lineup up? Why is he doing this? Because he's testing, he's experimenting. Because he wants to build a team for the future. He wants to build a team around him. He's going to test as many times as he can. If he wants to put Kepa up front, put Kepa up front. Test it. If he wants to put Alonso striker, put Alonso striker. We need to start experimenting. That's what Tuchel does very well. He experiments. Despite all the hate he gets, oh, why is he putting Hudson-Odoi on the wing back? I don't want Hudson-Odoi on the wing back during games. No, I don't like Hudson-Odoi on the wing back. But if it's a preseason game, I'm all for it. Because maybe Hudson-Odoi change his ways. But Tuchel likes to definitely experiment on the wing back, that's for sure. But I'll speak about Hudson-Odoi. I always said attackers cannot become wing backs. I've always said it. Always said it. Attackers cannot become wing backs because they don't have the defensive mindset. Now, you could say, okay, some of our wing backs don't attack, which is true. Some of our wing backs don't attack, but they need it. I don't know. I could say, I want to be a PT. I want to be a personal trainer, right? But I've gone to the gym for 20 years. I went to the gym for 20 years, right? But I never took to how the body works and all that. I didn't go in depth about it. I just learned 50% of the job. I learned the other 50%. That's the thing with a wingback. You can learn 50% of it, how to attack, but when it comes to defending, do you really know how to do it? Do you really understand it? So that's what I said. I've never put an attacker into a defender. You got to be a left back or right back to then play as a wing back. Offloading Werner is a fantastic idea. It'll get great money and it'll do well for him. If we bring in another attacker as well, that'll be great. If we don't, then maybe. But I just need him gone, man. He's not a good player. Like, we want to look for the future. He's not gonna provide us anything. I would rather keep Ziyech than keep Werner because Werner provides us nothing. He does nothing. Batshuayi can actually strike a ball, but he's too selfish with it. Batshuayi has the shot on him. He's he's a bit selfish sometimes, but there's nothing wrong with being a selfish striker. It's always good to take the shot, take the risk. It's just that we can say he's not consistent, or maybe he's not fast enough or fit for the league. I don't know. But he just never showed it. He just never really clicked at him. Never really did it. Bobby, I'll open the panel in the last 10 minutes if you want to jump in. And you can quickly say something then. Of course. Tuchel has a good record developing centre backs. 100%. That's why he wants the likes of Kimpembe and Kounde. The likes he's been wanting for over 4 or 5 years. He's been wanting Kounde for 4 or 5 years. And what's his name? Kimpembe had his best season under Tuchel in 1920. So there's nothing wrong with that at all. Let's go to transfers now. We've spoken a lot about the game. Let's go to transfers. I want to bring this exclusive transfer news. I don't know, you've probably already seen it, but Bakayoko is gone. Bakayoko is gone. Marseille have released an agreement with Bakayoko, according to Saint GFM, who's, I don't know, French. Oh, he's a French journalist, which is great. It's great. We're finally offloading our dead wood. This is what we need. This is what we want. Let me know everyone's thoughts and feelings on this, guys. Are you happy that he is gone? Because I am. I'm glad we're finally getting rid of these players. It's the Bowie effect, man. Marina couldn't do it. Czech couldn't do it. I don't know if they're trying to. Marina couldn't do it. Bowie steps foot and he's done it immediately. He's got rid of our worst player, not ever. Lukaku was. He got rid of our second worst player, Bakayoko. And he'll go kill it at Marcel. I don't care. I don't care what he does at Marcel. Just go there, man. I don't care. I don't care. Because he did not play very well at AC Milan. It's a class player. He's a class player. This is a great bit of business for him. I don't know. I wouldn't say Bakayoko is a class player. I really wouldn't. He played well at Monaco, but when he was at AC Milan last season, he was nothing. He was horrible. He was shocking. But again, any professional that makes it to the big leagues is obviously a good player, but he has not shown anything recently, so can't call him a good player there, mate. All right. What we have here, guys? Paris Saint-Germain and Chelsea are in direct talks for the maestro Kimpembe. Kimpembe. Deal initial request around 60 to 65, but Chelsea are prepared to submit 45 to 50 mil proposal. Work in progress. PSG consider Kimpembe part of the project, but he can leave in case of a good proposal. This is fantastic news. This is great. Again, people don't like the idea of a Kimpembe. This will probably be this is a very important signing. Very important. Very, very important signing. We get it for 45 million euros. That's a bargain. Bargain. 60, that's his value. If we can get it for 45 million, that's a bargain. If we get it for 60, that's still fine. He's valued probably at 50 million pounds. Anyway, 50 million, 40. But people don't understand how good this signing will be. This is a player we need. We've got a Kimpembe on the left, a Koulibaly in the middle, and a Kounde on the right. Now, I'll give you guys this analogy. If you got a guy with the brains, right? A guy that has a lot of brains and is very smart versus the guy who's very strong and has the brawns, go in a fight, who wins? People have the different answer. You don't know who wins, the brains or the brawns. But what if you have both? If you are strong and you are smart, that's when you'll beat the guy. And this is what we have in our back three. We got the brawns and we got the brains. We've got Kimpembe. Starting from Kimpembe, he's an aggressor. He will put his body on the line. He will break his own leg and still go in for a tackle because he's that committed. He's not shy away to tackle someone. He's not going to go off the pitch for a sore stomach or a period cramp. He'll play through even if he gets pregnant. Kimpembe is going to go in labor and he'll still play through it, unlike our Christina, who goes off the pitch for a sore stomach. This is a real warrior. This is a warrior. Mark my words. This is a warrior. Then we've got the middle. We've got Koulibaly. He's got the brains. This guy has the experience. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to play the game. He's done it for years. He knows how to lead. That's who we have in the middle. Then we got the right. We got another aggressor, Kounde. This guy will drive the ball like he's an attacker. This guy will fight anyone that talks shit about him, despite him being, he's too short. He's not good for areas. Fuck out of here. This guy got the most aerial duels in the La Liga last season. And you're telling me, he's too short. Fuck out of here. We've got the best back three in the league. Because we have it all. We've got the brains and the brawns. You look at Liverpool, they got Kimpembe, and then they got Van Dijk, they got Konate. That's great. That's great. Manchester City, Diaz, and Stones or Laporte. That's great. But we've got it all. We've got it all. We've got a mix. And people don't realize last season when teams would verse us, they would go, it's only Chelsea. We need to build a team where they go, I don't want to go in for that tackle because look at who's there. I want them to be scared when they come and verse us. Getting in their hands mentally is the best thing as well. People play us last season. They'll see Christina on the left. I'm gonna go take this guy out because this guy doesn't know what he's doing. You get past Kounde, you know who got behind you? Koulibaly. You somehow get past Kimpembe because you ain't getting past Kimpembe. Who's behind you? Koulibaly. And then you got Kepa in goals. Or Mendy. One of them. So the thing is, we've got it all. We have it all. And we've got warriors at the back. We don't have no one who's skilled because we only had one of them last season. We had a Rudiger. That's it. That was our only aggressor. Right? He was the one who would fight, but he wasn't even always there. He wasn't the one always fighting, But we've got it all now. The brains and the bronze. And this is what we need. This is exactly what we need for our back three. You thought us in 2020, our defense was good then. Imagine it now. The triple K. People say, I compare these guys to Triple H. We got Triple H at home. We got Triple K because they're that aggressive. They fight. They work. Body on the line. The one thing that pisses me off is players who don't put their body on the line, who are too scared to get injured. You put that body on the line, I don't care if you're losing 8-0. That player talk shit, smack him one. You know, but that we're not scared to stand up. You watch Liverpool. Liverpool actually have a lot of aggressors. Milner, Van Dijk. And that's why they're always in everyone's head rent free. You know, winning the game because you'll see them. Remember what we saw with Havertz? Even little shitty Harvey Elliott tries to get in there. But we've got real men. They've got boys. We got men. We got men. If you talk rubbish about one of our players, you know who's going to come up to you? You're going to get Koulibaly, and then you're going to get Kimpembe, and then you're going to get Kounde coming right to your face. You don't want that. You don't want that. You know? So this is going to be the perfect signing for us. The maestro Kimpembe. You know, people go, maybe he's a bit clumsy. Maybe he's that part again, guys. All right, maybe he might be a bit clumsy. He might stuff up and become like minor mistakes and all that. But we've got a balanced back three. We've got it all. We've got the guy who'll put in that tackle. He'll go in for that tackle. He might stuff up a bit time. But then you've got the composed guy. You've got Koulibaly. He's composed. He's structure. He doesn't need to, always dive in or aggressive, But he's composed. He's good on the ball. We have that guy. Then we've got Kounde. We've got the guy who will drive up. He'll get the passes, the long balls. We have it all. You can't tell me we don't have it all. We have it all in our back three. What are we missing? Let me try to think what we're missing in our back three because we have it all. We have it all in what you want a defender. Leader, we've got Koulibaly. All right, Koulibaly's injured. All right, Thiago Silva. We still got a great back three, even with our rotational players. Tiki Taka says Kounde wants Barcelona. It's not that he wants Barcelona. He wants out of Sevilla. That's it. He wants out of Sevilla. Now, whatever team comes for him, he will go to. So it's looking like at the moment it's Chelsea. But if Barcelona come with an offer, oh yeah, then he's off to Barcelona. But if it was Chelsea put in an offer and Barcelona put in an offer, then he'll come to Chelsea because he wants to play under Tuchel. Tuchel wants him. What? So he can go to Barcelona and then because they already have Christina that just signed, PK, Orejo, Eric Garcia, maybe Mingueza. I don't know if he's staying or leaving, and then you're gonna add Kounde to that. That's 6, and they only played 2 at the back. So he's gonna be. Oh, he has to rotate with Christina to give Christina a fair shot. Like he's not gonna do that rubbish. He's gonna play. He wants to play so he can play, all the time because he's the best. He'd rather come to Chelsea where he will automatically get a start and automatically play every single game that he's fit. Barcelona leading the race apparently, but with you could say that, but with what money? Like they've just signed Lewandowski. Obviously they're printing their mafia money, but will Sevilla also sign to a rival? I don't know. Barcelona, yeah, they want PK to leave because he owes him money. Yes, yeah, Barcelona. So they want PK and De Jong to leave, because I think they owe PK 8 million, but then De Jong 17 million. So they want these guys gone, so they don't owe the money. So I guess they have 5, but I don't know. I think that kind of is very, very disrespectful. Tiki Taka, I've said this where Barcelona are like a cheating girlfriend, right? They're gonna go and go behind their own players back and sign someone else while trying to kick their own player out. And you never know that what they did to De Jong, they can also do to Rafinha. They're gonna keep doing it. That's why I don't understand these players going to Barcelona. It's like, to me, if I was PK, I'll be very disrespectful. You are going to a club where you've been there for 15, 16 years, and they're just gonna kick you out because they owe 8 million, and then they're gonna go spend 55 million on another centre back. De Jong's their best midfielder. No one they bring in is gonna be better than De Jong, but they're gonna sell him just so they can make funds for a striker, which they already have 4 of. Again, they are in a massive mess. Chelsea FC need to sign 2 more defenders, Kounde and Kimpembe. 100%, 100%. Bobby, if you weren't here, Bobby, go back 5 minutes. I just had a great rant on why our back three is going to be the best back three next season in the league. Like like there's zero comparison to any other defense. We are going to have the best defense in the league already. Yeah, now Laporta's I mean, Betamayu, the other guy, set them up for shit. But then Laporta came in and then like continued his kind of legacy. Like they're both rubbish, but I mean, it was the other guy who kind of set up the wage structure and fucked it up. And now Laporta trying to fix it all. But then Laporta's trying to fix it while going for more signings. Like, you guys are an idiot. Concierge, big up Kepa, my G. Yes, mate. Yes, mate. Kepa clean sheet. We love to see it. I'll, uh, I'll say this, Kepa, concierge. It was so funny. So I watched the replay, right? And I go, oh shit, Kepa's in goals. When James did that own goal. And I'm like, oh fuck, Kepa's in goals. I'm like, oh no, what did everyone say about it? So I go on Lewis's stream. The whole chat's like, oh, Matt's gonna be pissed, Kepa this, it's Kepa's fault. And I went to rewatch the goal, and I realized it wasn't even Kepa in goals, it was Bettinelli. Like people were still blaming Kepa when the guy wasn't on the pitch. It was so funny. Does that include Kepa in goals? 100%. I've said this. We can't have Koulibaly, Kimpembe, and Kounde as our back three because we might get cancelled on Twitter. So we have to have Kepa in goals to make it quadruple four, or because we can't have triple K, because that might offend people. That might offend the snowflakes. So we must have Kepa in goals so we can do quadruple four to make it a bit more safe. We can use CDM, Ampadu, and keep Colwell. What a group to have lemon. As I said, Bobby, I wouldn't keep Colwell if we don't need him. Like, if we're going to bring him to be 6th choice, I wouldn't bring him. I would bring Ampadu for CDM, also for centre back. So I've said this. Right, Kounde, Koulibaly middle, Kimpembe left. Behind Kounde, it's going to be Chalobah. Behind Koulibaly, it'll be Thiago Silva. Behind Kimpembe, it'll be Malang Sarr. Now, if we sell Malang Sarr, then we can bring in Colwell. But if we have Sarr, there's no point bringing in Colwell, and then Colwell is going to be the 7th choice centre back. I'd rather him go to, I don't know, Nottingham Forest and play 31 games in the Premier League than just sit and play 10 games at Chelsea. Like, we don't need him. That's the thing with our loanies. We should only use our loanies when we need them. If we don't need them and we need them to develop, let them develop rather than just force him to come in. So I don't know, but I personally wouldn't take Colwell at the moment. Let me just quickly see. Any breaking news? Yeah, man, Werner needs to absolutely go, man. Werner needs to go, man. This guy, what the fuck? But with the Ben Jacobs, I'll bring this one up so you guys can see this. Ben Jacobs just said that we're still in talks with Kounde as well. Chelsea will have more Kimpembe and Kounde talks next week. Personal terms not a guarantee with Kimpembe, who is settled in Paris. Told Kimpembe it's his decision, even if a fee is agreed. CBC currently view PSG's 50 million price tag as too high. Kimpembe, man, all you gotta say is like you're coming under the best coach in the world. That guy that they have, I don't know who the hell that guy is that they've signed as a manager. Is he even a manager? I don't know what that guy is. He kind of looks like a twat. He kind of looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. But I'm only kidding. I'm just trying to downplay the managers who can come to us. But no, I know the manager. He won at Lille. Obviously, they're buying the league. I don't know if you can control the dressing room with all the egos. The best thing for Kimpembe would just come to us. Best thing for him is to come to us. Kounde, I guess personal terms have always been agreed. We've known that since fucking 2021 of June. We fucking know the personal terms have agreed, for fuck's sake. Just sign the player. Kimpembe got a lot closer. 50 million, I would pay it, but if we can get it for cheaper, again, Chelsea want to pay 35 million pounds for him. I think he's valued at 50 million pounds. So PSG want his value. We want to get a good price. Obviously, always try to get the best price first. But if it comes down to August 15th and we haven't signed him, then just pay the extra 15 million and get him in, because that's his value. You know what? He's 50 million. Big week ahead. Negotiations of Chelsea to understand whether Kimpembe can be a can be got can be got at Chelsea. He said it wrong. A realistic chance of deal. Told Kimpembe is intrigued by Chelsea move more than Juventus, but like this thing, Kimpembe would always leave Chelsea, PSG for Chelsea. He's not going to get anywhere else, but he likes PSG. I don't, he likes the club. This and that. It's up to him. It's leave, man. We have 34 people in here, guys. I want everyone right now to smash that like button. Right now, let's quickly put a poll before we leave. I want to put a poll. I want to know everyone's thoughts and feelings on if Koulibaly, not Koulibaly. Let's see if everyone's thoughts is Kim Pempe a good signing. Let's see everyone's thoughts. I want everyone right now to vote in that poll. New subscribers, Erock. Your name sounds familiar, mate. Where have I seen that name? Khan Taff, MMA Gold. All new subscribers. Appreciate everyone for new subs. All right. Barcelona are a bunch of white boys. They are in breach of FFP by shady means. 100%. Again, their name's not Chelsea, so they're not going to get investigated for any of that, which is obviously very scummy from the twats at UEFA. But obviously, UEFA and Barcelona best friends. Yep. Sa has to go. Again, let's look realistically. Does he even leave? Like, does anyone buy him? I've said Sa is not the worst defender. Sa is not a bad defender. He's average. He's nothing special. He's nothing like, oh, let's develop Sa. No, he's not the best. But as a backup, I don't mind him. But like again, I have this view, Bobby, that I would rather go and develop Colwell for one more season and then bring him back as a backup or as a starter next season. I wouldn't force him to play in the squad right now. I don't know. I just that's just my opinion. If he stays, that's fine. He bench, whatever, that's fine. But I would personally rather him go out on another loan, play 34 games, just get some more game time. He's only 19, come back when he's 20, and then he can play. And then we can see how, and then we can have a chat then. But if Sa goes, then I guess Colwell comes in, but there's no really point. I don't know. So, like again, it's one that like doesn't need a big discussion. If Sa leaves, Sa leaves. If Sa stays, he stays for me. I don't care. We've got much bigger fish to worry about. We've got Werner who needs to go. We've got Loftus-Cheek, Barkley, all these guys that need to go. Sa, we don't have any defenders. Like he's not a priority in my opinion for me. If someone buys him, yeah, sure, take him. I don't care. Take him for 2 million. I don't care. But it's like right now we don't have any defenders, so I wouldn't prioritize selling him right now. That's why I don't think the board is either. I don't think they're prioritizing on trying to sell him at the moment. Jules Kounde transfer will all depend on Sevilla, who are hoping for a bidding war. Oh my god, just sign the fucking player. I don't want a bidding war. Just pay his release clause. I don't care. Chelsea have actually never walked away, but also reluctant to pay the 69 million release clause. Or close Barca and other two. Chelsea last trip to Sevilla did not provide a breakthrough. Oh my god, just sign the guy, man. This guy's gonna cry on his Instagram story again. Kounde's camp frustrated. His future is not so unclear once the result before the month is out. When they said 7th of June deadline, and then nothing ever happened from there. So I don't know what they're rubbish about. Tuchel does really want Kounde, but it's arguably a more complicated negotiation now that when the window opened due to increased interest. Look at this, guys. Tuchel does really want Kounde. Where's Monster? He was coming at me because I said, but he's known him for 4 or 5 years. So Tuchel still wants him, man. Like it hasn't been like he doesn't want him. As I've always said, it's a process that is I guess going to take so long. Like I don't know what's taking so long. I think Sevilla just being twats to us like usual. I don't think Sevilla want him to leave. He wants out. Sevilla don't want him to leave because they lost their other guy. Their president came out and said that they've already lost one They've already lost one defender. They don't want to lose another one. But if the price comes, the price comes. Obviously Sevilla, they're a stingy club. If they get money, they get money. What are you laughing at, Bobby? Big up to Princeton, man. Hope you're well, Princeton. Long time no see. Let me know your thoughts on all the transfers. Let me know your thoughts on Kimpembe. We'll kind of talk a bit more Kimpembe today. Um, Let me know. I just popped the poll out, guys. 6 votes, 100% yes for Kimpembe. So 100% of everyone, the 24 people here, 100% of everyone wants Kimpembe. Wow. Guys, we're also on 23 likes with 26 people in here, guys. What are we doing here, man, guys? Come on. Let's get the 40 likes right now, guys. It's not hard. It's free. You guys can smash the like button right now. Share your socials as well. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. You guys can easily like that stream. But Kimpembe, guys, I'm gonna finalize this on Kimpembe before we move on quickly. Because there are some more Ampadu news. Oh wait, no. What's this for me? Wow. Okay. Ampadu brings us that great aggression, guys. I want everyone's thoughts and feelings on him because I think a lot of people do definitely have a lot of different opinions on Kimpembe. I think a lot of people may not want him because he's a bit. Hang on, is that? That makes him out. Oh, it is. I think a lot of people don't want him because he's a bit flimsy and all that on the ball. But as I go back 10 minutes, guys, if you want to see my thoughts on Kimpembe. I'm just trying to pull up this article, guys. That's why I'm kind of a bit distracted. There it is. All right. Ampadu, guys. Ampadu. Thomas Tuchel on Ampadu. Ethan did very well in a good position for him in the middle of a back three. He plays a lot of vertical passes. He did it. He did not play from left to right, but only penetrated through the lines of his opponents with his passes and sometimes with his dribbling. This is great. It's great to hear the manager coming out and giving a few good words on some of our youngsters, some of our performances. And I've always said, I've said it 4 or 5 times this stream, guys. But if any loanee from Chelsea Football Club stays, it's going to be Ampadu because he fits our positioning very well. I think it works very well with Jorginho as well. Now, if he was to go on a loan, I wouldn't be upset, but he's more likely to stay. Kimpembe is called defender. We are signing leaders in the back line. Exactly. That's what Tuchel wants. Tuchel wants to build a team that other people get scared of playing against. Right? Building a teams with leaders and aggressors and people who are warriors and men and not boys. When you sign men and not boys, that's when people get scared. Kimpembe is a leader. Koulibaly is a leader. Jules Kounde can progress to be one because he's very, very, very physical. He's very vocal as well. You build a team that people are scared to play against. That's how you win games. Fabrizio's next Barcelona is next pro is Kounde. Where did he say that? Did he just say that now? Second lever will activate next week for Barca. Is this on? I swear to God, if this guy goes to fucking Barcelona, I swear to God, I'm going to hang on. How do I look up Fabrizio Fabrizio Romano, Kounde? Oh, I saw this. Yeah. This one's 69 from. It was from this guy, this Barcelona guy. But yeah, they did say that Jules Kounde's Barcelona is not top target. I said this. I don't think Jules Kounde's top target is Barcelona. Okay, this is what I think. Kounde just wants out of Sevilla. Whatever club comes for him, he will go to. If Brighton come for him, he'll go to fucking Brighton. He just wants out of Sevilla. He does not like Sevilla. Right? Will Sevilla sell to Barcelona? They're rivals. I'm not sure. But if Chelsea put in 60 million and Barcelona put in 60 million, he would choose Chelsea. Yeah, no, he is. This guy is Rashad Rahman. He's very like. I'm not saying this might not be wrong, but like obviously it's probably some PR. It's probably some PR. It's not coming from his head. They're not. I don't think he ever said, "Yeah, no, I'll rather go to Barcelona." He just wants out of Sevilla. Now the 2 clubs are Chelsea and Barcelona that are interested in him. He said he wants to come to Barcelona. Sorry, he said he wants Jules Kounde's top target was Chelsea. That was all last season, and he never came because we didn't go for him. If a team goes for him, he's gonna go, oh yeah, I would like to go there because he wants out of Sevilla. He just wants out. But if Chelsea put in 50 million and Barcelona put in 50 million, he would rather take Chelsea. Yes, that's correct. Whoever I guess pays the most money wins for Kounde. You know, it's just the same with every transfer. Same with every transfer. Does Barcelona put in the money? How do they get the money? I don't know. What? Hang on. Oh my god! Again, they're signing Kani Chukwemeka. I'm not sure this is, but again, they're just signing another player for again what 13 million pounds. But it's it's the guy from Villa. Oh, it's this guy, the youngster. Oh, they're signing him. He's actually he's actually quite good. Damn, that's a good signing for Barcelona. I'm not gonna lie. Barcelona again. Barcelona are always trying to just keep themselves relevant. Always. Always. No matter how much money they're going to, if they need to liquidate themselves, the main goal is just to keep relevant. And it's working. It's working. They're in the news 24/7. It's a Barcelona Chelsea window. That's what I'm saying, guys. Lewandowski will have to lower his salary in the last 2 years of his contract at Barca. Okay, who the fuck cares? Fucking, they signed a Finnish striker. Who cares? The last time I don't want to see hydrate from Barcelona. And I'm sick of it. Like, I'm just sick of it. Again, Rafinha went to Barcelona because they paid him. They paid 70 million. Not because maybe he wanted to go there, but if we bid 70 million, he would come to us. Now the only player who wants to stay there is Dembele. Dembele never wanted to come to Chelsea. De Jong doesn't want to leave, But these players come out. Lewandowski, he just wants wherever the hell people are going to pay him. Like Chelsea were interested in him, we were eyeing him, but we never really went for him. If Ronaldo doesn't want to go to Barcelona, but if it gets him out of United, he'll go to Barcelona. Hang on. Okay. I'll show you on the Barcelona fans. It's come from God to say, do not talk bad about Barcelona. Laporta's always watching you guys. Watch out. Laporta's stomach, a fat stomach, is always watching you. Jacob Kalina, big up to Jacob Kalina. Hope you're well, man. Let me know who you support. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on Chelsea. Guys, 24 people in here and 25 likes. Let's start small. Let's get to 30 likes. Easy. That was just, Jesus Christ. Let's see how long these players will have wage cuts. I mean, they're paying Rafinha Doritos and ketchup, man. They're not paying him any money. Dembele is Dembele is playing fucking sticks and stones. This guy's wage was dropped by 40%. Oh my god. This guy, look at these twos. Look at these two. Perfect for each other. Cristina and Laporta. Fuck, put this guy at the back. He'll still do better than this guy. Oh my days. This guy is an absolute idiot, man. This guy's an absolute idiot. Get Laporta out of my sight. Out of here. But yeah, guys, let me know your final thoughts. I'm gonna wrap up the stream soon. We've been here for an hour. We've had a great discussion. Great people coming in. We spoke a lot about the review as well. When everyone, people are not up to the. We spoke about the review, the players' futures and all that. A final word on it as well on the game, is that we got to continue. Oh, Brentford never had an academy. What the hell? Oh wow, Brentford never had an academy. Mason Mount and Reece James at the club in Las Vegas. I'm just thinking if there's any breaking news before we wrap up. But yeah, as Terry just posted as well, Kimpembe to Chelsea is very, very, very close, guys. If Kimpembe wants to leave PSG, he will leave PSG and come to Chelsea. It's all up to him. We're finally getting the player's decision. If he really wants Chelsea, he will come to us. But that wraps up today's, guys. That's it for me. Probably live again. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe Tuesday. case we miss out on Kounde, I want Chelsea Hydra into Milan. Bremer, yeah. But I really think Koulibaly, Kounde, Kimpembe will be our best back three. Our best back three. Better than 2021, 2020 season. Better than that. It's going to be very, very good. That's all I'm going to say. Very, very good centre backs. We can maybe get a Bremer. Yeah. That might fix, that might bring in players. Like, again, if we got Ake, yeah, whatever. But if we want a quality back three, getting two A-list centre backs like Kounde and Koulibaly, and then getting a B-list centre back like Kimpembe. Like, again, B-list isn't bad at all as well. That is what we need. We need these great signings to come in and do their work. And when you've got, again, like Kimpembe is 26, Koulibaly is 30, and Jules Kounde is 22. So we have it all. We got the experience, we got the prime, and with the developing. So let's see what we can do from this. I hope we can get these guys done. I hope we can get some more transfers over the line. I really hope we can definitely get some Koundes. Definitely get the Koulibalys because that's what we need. I have seen this guy. Who is this guy? Hang on. But that's it for me, guys. 26 in here, guys. 26 likes. Before you leave, smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new. We got 5 new subscribers today, so I appreciate everyone who did subscribe. When's the next game, actually? When's the next Chelsea game? Chelsea. It's going to be Thursday for me, 9:30 a.m. Not bad. And then it's going to be at 10 a.m. on a Sunday, which might be a bit better. Florida Cup final. Guys, can we win our first cup for the season? First trophy of the season, guys. Let's get it. And then we play the Italian. We go to Italy for one game. And then we start on the 7th of August. So that's it for me, guys. We have to finish signings Kounde and focus on attacking midfield. Yes, I've said defense needs to be sorted first. We've got that defense. If we get Kimpembe and Kounde, then we would move to our midfield, bringing in someone to replace Jorginho for the future, because Jorginho will be our starter next season, but his contract's going to end next season. And also our attack. But again, it depends when we do our attack, when we do our midfield. It's going to be interesting if we do it this season or next. Orgs coming in at the end. Lateness is great. Next, big up to Orgs in the show here. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, all likes, all subscribes, guys. 22 in here. Let's get to 30 likes before we leave. Green Turf, Global Fan TV in the house. I guess Orgs is probably very happy that Kounde is nearly done, but not as happy as me. Kimpembe nearly done. We're making moves, man. We're making moves. Let's just make sure we can finalize these deals. We've been making moves all summer. It's just time to finalize these deals. So I'll leave you with that, guys. I will definitely see you guys later. See you, everyone. Bye.